So, if you didn't know, the Yankees general manager, Brian Cashman, his contract with the Yankees is up after this season. So, some people were wondering what was going to happen, whether or not the Yankees were going to fire Cashman at the end of the season, not bring him back, or whether or not they were going to bring him back. And we actually found out the answer to that today. It appears that Cashman is set to return to the Yankees next year and beyond. Now, Cashman has been with the Yankees since 1998 as the general manager, so he's the longest tenured GM in baseball. It's really crazy to think about. The Yankees don't really announce stuff about coaches, front office people until the end of the season, so the Yankees haven't officially announced it, but Cashman is going to be returning. They'll announce this once the season ends. Now, I know a bunch of people are going to be mad about this because they don't like Cashman. And this is kind of the tough part about baseball here, especially from a fan's perspective, is that the Yankees run their team as a business because it is. So ultimately, Hal Steinbrenner, the major owner of the Yankees, has to decide whether or not Cashman is doing a good job keeping the Yankees profitable as a business. So what does he think makes the team profitable? The main thing is just making it to the playoffs. Because in the playoffs, you get a bunch more revenue from TV, people watching on TV, ads being played. You get a ton of sales from merchandise. So making it to the playoffs is really the biggest concern for the Yankees. If they make it to the World Series and win, that's just the cherry on top. So ultimately, Hal Steinbrenner has to decide if Brian Cashman is doing a good enough job at consistently winning the regular season and making it to the playoffs. And Cashman has been amazing at that. Since 2010, the Yankees have the second most wins in all of baseball. That is a lot. They make it to the postseason a lot. They've made it for the last 5 straight years. They've made it. Probably about to be 6 years in a row. They've made it to the postseason. That's impressive there. And last year, we knew that Hal wanted Brian Cashman to keep the Yankees under the luxury tax. He kept them under the luxury tax while making it to the playoffs. It's stuff like that that the owners want Brian Cashman to do, and he's doing that stuff well. Some fans are going to be mad about this, but if they hired someone else, it wouldn't change. The main thing is the ownership. The ownership says to the GM, this is what we want, and that's the general manager's job to do that. And Cashman does what the Steinbrenners and the Yankees want extremely well. So, Brian Cashman, he's going to be sticking with the Yankees.